Good evening, everyone. My name is Veronica McLeod. Today, I will be talking to you about my presentation. The Education Change poster session. The introduction is all about preschool students who are developmental and emotionally challenged and struggling to stay focused on circle time, lessons, and activities. The article I used is titled From Circle Time to Small Groups, Meeting Children's Needs by Sarah Taylor Vanover. She's a former teacher who has been teaching for over 22 years in early childhood education. The question that I will be answering is, why is it that 3 to 4 year olds with developmental and emotional challenges struggle to focus during circle time, lessons, or activities? I will give my audience the methodology of this issue. I will also give them the study results of this issue with with this age group. I will give my conclusion of my results and the future direction that I will be taking further research into this issue. The methodology. Why is that 3 to 4 year olds with developmental and emotional challenges struggle to focus during circle time, lessons, or activities? The observation techniques was used to conduct this study to see what worked and what didn't work. Documenting with a checklist helped Sarah identify what worked best. She used assessments to document the progress of each child as she transitioned each child to a smaller circle time to connect with each child. The study results were that Sarah tried these strategies firsthand, and she documented the results in the article by reporting what was the best thing to do in the classroom young to teach the young preschoolers and to reduce problematic behaviors. She identified that when she tried to do large group lessons, she learned that the results were unsuccessful because preschoolers cannot be productive in a large group. She also stated that after 22 years of teaching, she was concluded that it is difficult to make circle time successful for each child. Vanover 2020, paragraph 1. She says that if you try small group teaching by welcoming the children into the classroom by singing a welcoming song or using a classroom graph to identify who came to school that day. She also says to introduce new materials in a small group. This way, each child understands what to do with the material and no one is left behind. Lastly, she identified that in the small group it is appropriate to explain the rules to each child. This way, everyone understands what is expected. Even after explained, you will have to explain to the individual students certain rules again for them to get the concept. Do one of these tasks. This way your circle time is 5 to 10 minutes, so you won't lose the child's focus on what you want them to do for that day. Break the lesson up into 2 sessions. This way the children don't get bored and lose interest. Conclusion. The importance of the study's findings in the field of early childhood education and beyond is that we as educators must learn and understand what we need to do to gain the interest and trust of our students. Therefore, this study findings help us to understand that we can't go into this field without having an open mind about what comes next. There's going to be always need for research to help us understand what we need to do as far as training, workshops, and seminars to learn how to work with our students in our classrooms or programs. We must continue to document, assess, and experiment with what needs to be done to have a safe, respectful, and open minded environment for our programs. Future direction. This, this research needs further exploration because there are always challenges with young children that need to be researched and understood to help educators learn the concepts of these behavior challenges. We need to learn how to adapt to the children and learn that we cannot make them continue to sit down to learn because their minds are always exploring the world around them. This is why we need to continue to explore and research techniques that work for our learning environment. Not all techniques work the same. This is why we need to train to teach us, need the training to teach us what ideas worked and what didn't work in our programs to gain the trust and respect of our students. This research can drive further research because we as educators need to know what ifs and what we do next. What ifs and what we can do next to keep a safe and welcome environment and to avoid further behavior challenges in our classroom. Thank you, and I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to explain my theory on young children and their challenging behaviors and emotional behaviors.